Town Home Spec Inspections. We're doing an inspection here at 858 Eastwood. It's an ASHI inspection. ASHI is the American Society of Home Inspectors. A copy of ASHI Standards of Practice is given with the home inspection contract and is a contract. So we're going to look at the roof with binoculars and take a ladder around as best we can. There are roofers that get up here and actually look at the places we can't see up here. If you want to get a roofer, you can ask for a roof certification. That's pretty much the standard thing to do. But they can get up here and they know how to walk on these without cracking them, okay? Okay. The concrete tile roof. This section here looks in great shape. I don't see any issues with it. Some of the roof we won't be able to see, so you might want to get a roofer up here to take a peek. They know how to walk on these. And then when they do break them, they can replace them, okay? Right. Still have to clean them. You can still see the debris in there, especially over there. The leaves just, it makes it worse, actually. It's supposed to take stucco and terminate it on top of the side. Should have a little gap there, okay, about an inch gap, called a weep or a weep screed. Okay, so this stuff's not properly installed, so the problem is you get water behind that and cause all kind of rod deterioration. Okay, and then same way there, you need a little gap there with flashing, so it wasn't done right. A little bit of water stains on that gutter. It's pretty common for these guys to leak, so I'd probably take out these little sponge rubber deals and caulk up the joints that are leaking. That one looked like it got bent a little bit with the tree that was there. So you don't need sprinklers here, and then the stucco's not supposed to be terminated in the grade either. I don't see it really doing anything bad, but it's not done right. Negative foundation grade. And you have a gutter without a proper extension on it. And then the slope, the dirt's going right into the house, means the water coming in there too. Steps may be moving here. I can see it's cracking here after they've caulked it twice. So these steps may be moving away from the house. They could be sinking too, okay? So you can mud jacket it, or you could have horizontal, whatever. High grout system is what is a repair. Ground extensions, these flimsy ones collapse. I don't see the end of it, daylight. So I suggest Schedule 40 plumbing pipe underneath here, or just let it drain on the top, or you can cut a rivlet along here, a little drainage deal. I'd probably take this vegetation off the side. This is original AC, so the word on this, it could die the same day you move in. It's about 10 years past its life expectancy, okay? Dirt next to your house is slope away at 10% grade, 5 feet away from the house. And then they got some critter control things here too. Put extensions on your gutters too.
Original.
Alright, so this is only 200 amps to do a 6,000 square foot house. It's kind of wimpy service. This is your little gap you're supposed to have from the stucco. And it's supposed to have a weep screed underneath here, so if water does get behind here, it can get out. Right. This is 30 years ago, so it's working. But you're supposed to have a buffer zone in here. You're supposed to have put backer rod in there first, and then you put a coating of real flexible caulk in there, because you have differentiations of different dissimilar materials. This usually will crack here. This one isn't though. So probably do a stucco inspection on this. Just from the main, I'm getting all kind of different colors here, and we really don't know what's going on behind here, and it's really not done right. You don't have any weep holes here, or weep screed, no gap. So if water does get behind here from all these penetrations, it can't get out, and you could have issues that we don't know about. So the stucco inspector have really expensive equipment to figure it out. So these things should have caissons underneath this with they're actually little foundation, round cylindrical foundations. You've seen them at the store. They're called sonic tubes. And they go 3 feet below the frost line. So if this slab moves, it's going to have a structural issue. And this is just toe-nailed in or screwed in. It doesn't have proper fastening here, or here. No hurricane clips. So this is either done without a permit, or they had different rules back in 89, 7, 85, 88. These should all have, what do you call them, joist hangers on. Yeah. And you should have hurricane clips here. And you don't have any lag bolts in the whatever those are, the ledger board there. Your how they secured it, that's why it's not moving. But you have questionable notched joists there. Okay, this is another section of the roof here. I don't see any issues, except the stucco's an issue. You can see how they did this synthetic stone with the gap here. That's the same thing I'm supposed to do with the stucco, not stick it in the grade like that. Don't have any reversing sensors on all three of your doors here. You can't retrofit the electric eyeballs, the infrared sensors, so you're gonna have to replace all these or end up squishing your kids. Okay? Supposed to be a self-closing fire door, and then you're supposed to have a little fire tag on here making it a fire door. So it may be neither a fire door, and we know it doesn't self-close, but it might not even be a fire door. With a missing tag, that means it's not. Not real any diabolical stuff going on here. You do have one double tapped 20 amp breaker there that you're not supposed to do. You can separate that, put it over in this empty one right here. And then you do have some double tap neutrals back here. You're not supposed to do that either. 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. You might want to put a chimney cap or spark arrestor on top. This looks like this wood burner here may be leaking a little water in when it rains. Other than that, it's fine. Here, a couple broken vapor seals up high there. Maybe one right there too. Yeah, I think you got another one here. And I think you got broken vapor seals, so you probably got a bunch more too. It has nothing to do with the R value, it's just ugly. You got a bunch, so I think these windows are all broken vapor seals on. Oh, this is your attic. Actually looks pretty darn good up here. Now, what I would do, since we're up here in Antarctica, is you got bats blowing in here, or laid, what do you call it? Just rolled, whatever those are, insulation. See all these little gaps, they leak air in between there. So if this is my property, I'd blow in another 10 inches of insulation over this. And I'll tell you what, that'd probably pay for itself in like 2 seasons. It actually looks really good up here, believe it or not, from what I can see. I don't see any moisture issues at all. A pretty loose toilet here. And the kids, Jack and Jill, I guess. And then the drain from your dishwasher is supposed to go to a standpipe. Not supposed to put it into a P-trap like that. You might want to change that out. There's your standpipe right back here. Probably see it. That one right there. Okay, this is your boiler here. This heats the water that goes into what they call an air handler. And it pushes the air through the hot water through here and the hot heat through here. The unusual different. Tank, it's actually not a hot water heater. It holds the water that's heated with the, it's called a sidearm with the boiler. So that's how that works, okay? I do see a little bit of, efflorescence in the bottom down there. That could be hard water deposits, or it could be rusted out in there. You can't really inspect these things. Generally what you do, you wait for them to fail and then you replace them. No issues with it as far as safety issues. Okay, so it's a jacket around here that heats the water that's heated by the boiler, so you don't have any flue. Pipe is your combustible poison gases going out, and this pipe is your air coming in. This is outside combustion air coming in, so that's all cool. So there's really not much to do here. It's relatively newer. So anyway, and then pastor camp services every year per the owner that's here, so we should be good to go. The walls aren't floaty. You're supposed to float the walls. This was done in 89. So if the floor moves, which it hasn't, it can cause you structural issues, but I think you'll be okay. It might not even been code back then. All these leaks on a furnace, all these little areas here, this should all been sealed and taped. You get a bunch of air leaks all through the whole ductwork here. And right here too, you got air blowing out of the refrigerant lines. You seal all that up if you want. I'm not a big fan. Looks like a humidifier. Looks like it's leaked. Nobody ever cleans them out. That should be cleaned out too, at least every other year. This is where you change your furnace filters. Another loose toilet up here. This is in the master. You need to pull the toilet, tighten it down, put a new wax ring in, and make sure the floor can rot out underneath there. And another one. Loose toilet. Change these change these washer rubber hoses out to these kind. These break, these don't. And you need to put a pan underneath the washer if it leaks. It's going to flood your basement or your house here. Okay, gas fireplace, you still have that damper that's hooked up there. You need to take that damper out. In case somebody closes this, you have carbon monoxide leak. It's shut down too, it's not working. Pretty much the conclusion of the inspection here at Eastwood.